The news at noon starts right now.
It is the kind of story that sends chills through anyone who exercises outdoors.
Very disturbing. A woman saying she was kidnapped at gunpoint, then sexually assaulted by a man, all while she was jogging near Brackenridge Park. As
Katrina Weber reports, San Antonio police have arrested the man who they believe is responsible.
The cooler weather seems to be calling people outdoors. But San Antonio police say a 20-year-old woman's morning of running trails near Brackenridge Park became a nightmare. She told them she was attacked around 9 a.m. Monday near Mulberry and Avenue A, forced into a car by a man with a gun, then taken to his home where she was sexually assaulted. Police believe that man was 29-year-old Brandon Alexander Garcia, who they arrested yesterday.
Kind of shocked.
Jim Swindell makes sure he's always with his companion on walks through the park, but has seen women going it alone.
Probably not a good idea, but you would think in broad daylight it would be okay.
I said I run here 2 or 3 times a week by myself, and that is my track.
After hearing the news, Margaret Knusik will make changes.
It's never happened in the park before that I know of, but it'll certainly make me stick to more busy trails and things.
Just the idea of an attack in or near this park alone came as a surprise to most of the people who we talked to. But they say what's even more shocking is that it happened in broad daylight, a sign of a bold criminal. Police say after the attack, Garcia found out where the woman lived and took her home. They say surveillance cameras there provided them with valuable clues. During his arrest, Garcia temporarily got away by slipping out of his handcuffs, but police caught up with him at his home. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
New at noon, police looking for a robbery suspect on the west side.
Officers accuse the suspect of assaulting a store worker before taking off with stolen items. SAPD is looking for this person. According to officers, she walked into a Dollar General store near Highway 90 and West Military Drive back on September 27th. Police say she grabbed several items and put them in her backpack, and then she tried to take off without paying.
When a store manager confronted the suspect, police say she assaulted the worker, then ran off with the items. If you can help officers with this case, call Crime Stoppers. The number's 210-224-STOP.
All right, let's get outside with the live cam. It's not too bad temperature-wise. Clouds in the air. Had some rain this morning. What are we going to expect this afternoon?
We'll see a few more pop-up showers and storms, and if you slept in this morning, you might have completely missed the rain. It's out of here, and we're seeing some pretty nice conditions. We did get some decent rainfall totals a little bit earlier this morning. We'll show you those coming up here in just a bit. First, though, let's go to the radar and the satellite. We'll show you where the rain is right now, moving towards Houston. Some very heavy rain there, but most, if not all of this rain is out of our viewing area, and we're just left with a few clouds to contend with. Do want to show you one little area here in the hill country. Notice we don't have any rain here, but some of these bright white clouds, that represents a little bit of an outflow boundary that is moving into the hill country. And once we get a little more heating, it's boundaries like this that can kick off some more showers and storms. The difference will be this afternoon is that it will be pop-up, isolated to scattered activity, not the big complex of rain that we were dealing with this morning. Temperature-wise, 80 degrees at the airport, 79 Randolph, 84 Stinson, 81 in Devine. And here are some of the headlines for today. Some isolated to scattered pop-ups, as we just explained. And then tomorrow, we've lowered rain chances a little bit. It's not looking as wet. Isolated rain chances are still there. And Sunday and beyond, clearing, drier, and quieter. Some good weather next week. We'll take a look at the 7-day forecast, too, coming up in just a bit. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. New at noon, a family says heat from a fire woke them up just in time to flee the flames in northeast Bexar County. However, their home was destroyed. And as Jonathan Colto learned, one family member even tried to put the fire out before crews arrived.
We seem to be having some problems with that story. We'll bring it to you as soon as we can. Meantime, starting today, CPS Energy will start shutting off people's power if you have a past due account. Not everyone's going to be disconnected immediately, however. CPS Energy says that when it comes to residential customers, it's going to focus on anyone who hasn't paid in the last 12 months. aren't on any kind of assistance and has not responded to the utility's calls. The utility company says if you can't pay the full amount, you can reach out and set up a payment plan that works for you. That way you won't have your power shut off. Now, back in March of 2020, when the pandemic started, CPS Energy and SAWS started giving customers a pass when they got behind on their bills. Right now, SAWS is in the process of sending out final notices, though, to customers who are not already on that payment plan. They will have 2 to 3 weeks after receiving the notice before their water is shut off.
Now to the coronavirus pandemic and some positive news from drug maker Merck. They're releasing some promising data on a new treatment for COVID. This as many essential workers continue to defy vaccine mandates across the country. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
This pill could be a lifesaver and a game changer in the fight against COVID-19.
This is the first oral antiviral that will be available to combat COVID-19.
Pharmaceutical company Merck releasing new data about antiviral drug molnupiravir, which reduced the risk of hospitalization or death by up to 50% in clinical trials.
You can take it home and it will significantly reduce the risk that you either ultimately are hospitalized or, more importantly, that you would ever face the unfortunate outcome of death.
The prescribed treatment is taken as a series of pills within 5 days of testing positive for COVID. The company says it appears effective against variants. This as vaccine mandate showdowns heat up across the country. New York City public school teacher Stephanie Edmonds fighting back against the shot requirement for school employees, even though she could lose her job.
Well, I will continue to advocate against these mandates. But obviously, I'm going to need to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills and support my son.
Some healthcare facilities in Colorado bracing for possible staffing shortages, with some workers defiant about the new mandate.
We cannot afford to lose one more body at this point. We have had a lot of pushback from staff. There are certainly a lot of folks that just absolutely do not want it.
And back to that new antiviral drug, Merck says it plans to apply for emergency use authorization from the FDA as soon as possible. They say they'll have up to 10 million courses ready to go by the end of the year. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Still coming up this half hour, the Cowboys could be without another starter on defense Sunday against Carolina. Who and why? Coming up.
A local program that wants to get kids to read more, but it needs some more help to get it moving. We have details after the break. Every year, SAISD Foundation, the Book Buddies program, provides tens of thousands of children's books to students in San Antonio ISD schools. Well, this year, the goal is to reach 23,000 students and give them 4 books each. Alicia Barrera spoke with the SAISD Foundation and learned it does need some volunteers to help get these books ready.
Sitting in this warehouse right now are about 24,000 books. However, to meet the goal for this year, about 3 more shipments of this size are needed. And the big goal to accomplish that are volunteers. Every Saturday, they need volunteers from 10 a.m. to noon. At least 20 people are needed. And once you arrive at the Book Buddies headquarters, located at 311 North Frank Luke Drive, Suite 108, volunteers will grab a box to begin sorting the books. The books must be sorted through grade level. Then you'll assess the condition of each of the books, clean them, and place them into boxes to then finally be distributed to schools.
Our goal this year is to deliver books to 45 campuses in SAISD, which, like you said, totals to about 92,000 books. And that's a huge goal, so we need a lot of volunteers to come help us out. After they're sorted, they're counted and boxed, and then they're put onto pallets. We build the pallets to send those out to the campuses. Our SAISD facilities team will come and pick them up and take them to the campus, and the librarian will schedule a book celebration.
For more details, as well as a link to sign up to volunteer, you can head over to KSAT.com. That way you can help each of these recipients receive at least 4 books this year. Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Looking outside with live cam, got some good rain and maybe a little more along the way today.
There could be a little bit more. I think our main bulk of that rain has passed us by, but some pop-up showers and storms possible this afternoon. We'll see that again tomorrow too. The aquifer has benefited from these last couple of rainfalls up 0.2 of a foot today to 659 even. We're hoping that it comes up even more next couple days. In your pollen count, no surprise here. Mulch jumped up into the high category, 3,620. Fall elm and ragweed are moderate. We'll take a look at our rain chances today and this weekend and some rainfall totals coming up.
We are going to get back to the story that we tried to bring you a little earlier. A family says that heat from a fire woke them up this morning just in time so they could get out of their house. It all happened in northeast Bexar County. Their home was completely destroyed, though, and as Jonathan Cotto learned that one of the family members actually tried to put that fire out before crews were able to arrive and get there.
Various fire departments responding to the 5100 block of Silent Lake Drive shortly after 7 o'clock this morning. That's near Benz Engelman Road and I-10. Flames shot out of the second floor of this home.
The residents were out and located in a neighbor's house. We did a search, which proved negative while the fire attack was going on.
The family inside, a woman who had her dad visiting from Louisiana. We spoke with her father, who says it was the heat of that fire that quickly woke him up. Though they did not want to appear on camera, the father tells us his daughter made every attempt to put out the flames, but the fire rapidly gained control. Firefighters say they're estimating nearly $40,000 in damages. Bexar County's Emergency Service Department District 11 says this is their first call for a fire within 24 hours of officially being operational. From Bexar County's northeast side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Sun's out.
Sun's out. It's nice. I got one phrase for Justin.
What's that?
Friday night high school football.
You know, you guys kind of saved the day when you changed the forecast yesterday.
Well, it is going to time out well, I think. We got in last night's games just fine, and it looks like most of the games should go on okay tonight. We do have to watch for a few storms popping up. I mean, it is a possibility. Hopefully the lightning stays away and we can fit these games in. The numbers this morning with that rain that came through again, and we basically are timing this out where we're getting all these good complexes of showers and storms during the morning time. And you see the numbers here, 1.08 in Medina, 2.01 Brackettville, 2.27 in Del Rio. That was one of the areas that saw quite a bit of rain. There were flash flood warnings here earlier this morning. And then another area was southern Bexar County, parts of Wilson County and Guadalupe County. There was a corridor there where we saw 4 to 5 inches potentially right there in northwestern parts of Wilson County. 1.97 though officially in Seguin, 2.26 St. Hedwig, Elmendorf over 4 inches. The airport though 0.21 of an inch. So if you were north side of San Antonio, you actually didn't get much rain this morning. It was really focused in southern Bexar County, basically Stinson Airport and points south. Here's a look at the last 12 hours. You can kind of see how this all evolved. Now all the rain is well to the east, but it started up in the hill country. Complex of storms came through, had a couple waves of storms, and now all that energy is east of us. We've got a little bit of sinking air behind it, but as we get into the afternoon with the heating of the day, some instability, still some moisture left over, I do think we're going to get some pop-up showers and storms. And we were watching this little area here. It looks like a little outflow boundary coming through, trying to kick up some clouds, and this is an area we'll have to watch. Maybe a little bit of rain could develop there. And there are other places where we could see some outflow boundaries that may do the same thing. Outside right now, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. 80 degrees at the airport, 84 Stinson, 82 Kelly, 79 right now at Randolph. And the winds have switched around from the northeast to more east-southeasterly direction. 83 Rio Medina, 77 Bernie Stage, and you're at 84 right now in New Braunfels. 81 Creosote Springs and 78 in Kennedy, another place that got some decent rain this morning. Dew points fell off a little bit, but they're starting to come back up, and I think they'll rise some with dew points probably in the upper 60s this afternoon, so it will still be sticky. Now, if you're tired of the humidity, it does go away. We got to wait until Sunday, but as we get into next week, the dew points get really low, 50s and 40s. It'll feel very nice next week. Some really cool morning lows. There's our upper level low that is spinning out over New Mexico. Still some energy there, so that's still why we're going to keep some rain chances in the forecast tomorrow. But it'll be isolated stuff. It looks like rain chances maybe not as good as we once thought there on Saturday. So if you have weekend plans, it may be just fine. Here's the 5 o'clock time frame today, and you'll notice that we do have some pop-up showers and storms that will develop. Tonight, a lot of that goes away, and then by tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, we'll watch for a few more isolated showers and storms popping up. And then after Saturday, as I mentioned, rain chances generally go away. 40% chance this afternoon and this evening. High temperatures around 85. And we'll actually go 40 to 30% chance tomorrow, 85 on your Saturday, 88 Sunday, and less humid next week, as I mentioned, with highs in the upper 80s, lows in the low 60s potentially by Wednesday, guys.
Might want to still bring the umbrella tonight, though, huh? All right.
And we've got another district battle of unbeatens. We've got the highlights from that one last night for you. And there are actually fewer unbeatens. And we've got a preview of tonight's match. We are in the middle of week 6 of the high school football season, and that means there are still some unbeaten teams in district battling each other. We've got a big one tonight in District 28-6A. Madison taking on Reagan at Hero Stadium. The Mavericks 3-1, 2-0 in district, have better overall record than the Rattlers 2-2 and undefeated in district. Both enter the matchup fresh off back-to-back wins. Madison defeated Churchill 21-9 last Friday, while Reagan routed Lee 45-0 on Saturday. Now they face off to decide who remains undefeated and keeps their playoff hopes alive.
Since middle school, we've been playing against these same kids, so it is a little rivalry. But, you know, they got a good team, we got a good team, so we're going to see what's up Friday.
I think this game it's just a stepping stone to the rest of the season. It's an obstacle for us to get to playoffs.
Madison's ranked top 10. I mean, I don't think anybody outside of this program has faith in us, and I think we do. And once we get that win, I think we're going to get our feet back under us and keep rolling.
Kickoff between Madison and Reagan at Hero Stadium tonight, 7 o'clock. KSAT 12 Sports will be there live at 5 and at 6 this evening. Another undefeated in district, the Brennan Bears, trying to stay that way last night as the #1 team in 12's top 12, playing host to Stevens in the district showdown at Gustafson Stadium. And the Falcons suffer a Bear attack early. Ashton Bubos play action pass going over top for J.M. Lard for the touchdown, a 30-yard strike. It's 7-0. And the final from Gustafson Stadium last night, 58-0 Brennan. All right, let's head to Ferris Stadium. It was full. Big crowds watched the key matchup in District 29-6A. Jay faced off against Marshall, both with just one loss going into last night. Jay down 10, but they got the ball first and goal from the Rams' 2-yard line. That was Xander Huerta going over, but here comes the Rams. The pitch goes to Anthony Conway, and he is going to bounce it outside, down the sideline, gone, 54 yards. Final from Ferris, 41-14. A couple of surprise teams going at it last night. The Edison Golden Bears taking on Lanier. They've started their season undefeated at 4-0. The Bears got out to an early lead and were able to hold on. Edison quarterback Roger Lopez looking to pass and finds Isaiah Tovar wide open down the sidelines. That's good enough for a 34-yard gain down to the Lanier 16-yard line. Bears finish off the drive. Quarterback keeper Lopez pushes his way in from a yard out, 7-0 Edison. And the final from Alamo Stadium, 16-6, the Golden Bears. Take it to Davenport High School. The Wolves hosting the Holy Cross Knights, third quarter. Davenport up 13-0, trying to add to that. Tristan Hamlin hits Tyler Payne on the slant, and he's gone. 31 yards, touchdown. Final from Davenport, 34-6. And the Somerset Bulldogs on the road in Freer to meet Hidalgo. The Bulldogs take control early. Cole Detmer rolls right, throws to the end zone. Taj Jones, that's good. 21-yard touchdown, and Somerset is not done. The Bulldogs first and goal. The ball goes to Wyowinkle for the score. 14-0 Somerset. The final from Freer, 28-6 Somerset Bulldogs. And a reminder, you can watch your favorite teams on KSAT.com. We've got complete big game coverage. And you can watch the games live. All you have to do is sign up to be a KSAT Insider, which is free.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
It could be some bad news for the Cowboys. Starting defensive end Randy Gregory did not practice yesterday due to a knee injury, but so far there has been no status release for his availability against the Carolina Panthers this Sunday, at least not yet. Speaking of health, the Cowboys are trying to keep star running back Ezekiel Elliott healthy, and he's sharing time with Tony Pollard through the first 3 games of the season. Zeke and Pollard have combined for 382 yards, with Elliott rushing for 199 and Pollard 183. Pretty even by design.
We've been doing well. It's the way we've been doing it. I think, we're keeping everyone fresh. We added an extra game this season, so it's not 16, it's now 17. Added an extra game to an already long season. So, I think the biggest thing is keep everyone fresh, keep everyone as healthy as long as we can. And once we get in the fall, just being fresh, ready to go while other teams are wearing down.
And congratulations to Cowboys quarterback Trayvon Diggs. He was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Month after scoring 3 interceptions in the first 3 games of the season. He got that pick 6 last weekend. He's the first Cowboy in history since Everson Walls pulled that off back in 1985. So it's been a while.
Deserves the recognition.
He does.
All right, a world-famous rock star walks into a bar. No, I'm not going to set up a bad joke. It actually happened in North Carolina. And folks on Twitter are getting a good laugh about it because the superstar went unnoticed. How did that happen? Details in the next half hour.
And it is the start of October, and that means retailers are rolling out new sales. Coming up today at 5, 12 on your side, Marilyn Moore explains from technology to appliances and more, which items you'll want to snag this month and when it's the best time to buy them. Outside, live cam, some clouds, maybe some rain tonight. Take an umbrella with you to high school football. Just be prepared because you never know.
Just in case, just in case. I think the rain chances are fairly low, but there is probably going to be at least a little bit of activity on radar. Let's talk Friday night football. Our field goal, always good, right down the middle, and the forecast, not too bad either. Few showers and storms, about a 40% chance of a couple pop-up storms. 82 at kickoff, 79 halftime. Sunset will be around 7:19. Take a look at this picture on our KSAT Connect. This is out of Seguin. They got about 2.5, close to 3 inches of rain there this morning as those storms move through. So some good numbers there on top of what they saw Tuesday, which was pretty healthy as well. And they've gotten a lot of rain around Seguin this week. Things will dry out a little bit here in the coming days, especially as we get past Sunday. Temperature-wise, 78 in Bandera, a little bit more cloud cover up there. 76 Comfort, 79 Bernie Stage. A little outflow boundary coming through Lost Maples, where it is 73 right now. 82 down there in Uvalde, another place that got some good rains last night. We're going to call for a 40% chance of rain late afternoon, early evening. Temperatures around 85 today with northwesterly winds, northeasterly winds at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Guys.
Thank you so much.
The crisis to fund the federal government has been averted, at least for now.
Democrats in Congress now shifting their focus to the president's domestic agenda, trying to resolve that bitter feud between moderate and progressive Democrats so that they can pass a bipartisan infrastructure bill and a broader package expanding the social safety net.
ABC's Ike Jochi is in Washington with more.
Today, the government will continue uninterrupted. President Biden signing the bill in private with just hours to spare that funds the government through December 3rd, when Congress will have to do this all over again. Now, the focus on Capitol Hill turns to the intense debate among Democrats over the president's domestic agenda. Overnight, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi forced to scrap a high-stakes vote on the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill meant to address improvements to the nation's roads, bridges, and broadband internet. Pelosi leaving the Capitol, yet insisting progress was made between progressive Democrats and moderates on the president's larger social spending package. The White House releasing a statement saying we are closer to an agreement than ever.
We're not curious.
Pelosi says a vote on the infrastructure package could come Friday, but progressive Democrats insist they have the votes to defeat the infrastructure plan unless moderate Democrats agree to pass the president's larger spending package that will provide funding for initiatives like paid family leave, universal pre-K and child care, and lowering the cost of prescription drugs. Moderate Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema still holding firm against the large $3.5 trillion price tag, a price tag the White House says will be paid for.
My top line has been 1.5 because I believe in my heart that what we can do and what the needs we have right now and what we can afford to do without basically changing our whole society to an entitlement mentality.
I feel very confident that we're going to be able to deliver both these things, but you're going to have to give us some time because it does take time.
Again, Speaker Pelosi did not rule out a vote today on the infrastructure package. Another deadline looming, October 18th, where the U.S. will default on its debts unless Congress raises the debt limit. Ike Jochi, ABC News, Washington.
A Texas judge has ruled against Alex Jones in 2 lawsuits related to his claims about the Sandy Hook mass shooting. The parents of 2 children killed in the 2012 Connecticut school shooting sued the conspiracy theorist for saying the entire thing was a hoax on his website InfoWars. Jones previously claimed the shooting, which killed 26 people, was carried out by crisis actors on behalf of people who oppose the Second Amendment. He admitted the shooting was real during the deposition, though, in 2019. The default judgment against Jones was due to his outlet failing to comply with the court orders to provide information for the 2 lawsuits. A jury will now decide how much money he now owes the plaintiffs.
The Department of Homeland Security has new immigration enforcement guidelines. The agency says the new rules are priority-based. The new policy dictates that just because a non-citizen can be removed, it doesn't mean that fact should be the only consideration for enforcement action. Top priorities for arrest and deportation will include terrorism suspects, criminals, and those who have recently crossed the border illegally. DHS says the focus of the new guidance is national security, public safety, and border security.
A historic change to the food stamp program, and it's a big one. Benefits will jump an average of 27% above pre-pandemic levels. Food stamp recipients should see their monthly payments going up starting this month. It is the largest increase in the program's history. The update comes as part of a U.S. Department of Agriculture review of the food stamp program as required under the 2018 Farm Bill. More than 42.3 million people were enrolled in the food stamp program in June. That's up nearly 37 million in February of 2020.
And now to a recall alert to tell you about. Coppertone is voluntarily recalling some aerosol sunscreens because they contain a carcinogen. They include certain lots of SPF 50 pure and simple travel size sport spray and sport mineral. The FDA says the products contain benzene. According to the American Cancer Society, the liquid has been connected to cases of leukemia in studies. The FDA says the products were manufactured between January and June of this year. Information specific items in the recall are online at sunscreenrecall2020.com.
50% of all American adults take a multivitamin each day, and that increases to 70% if you're 65 and older. It's pretty big business, totaling more than $12 billion a year. But is it money well spent? Do vitamins really make a difference? RJ Marquez has the vitamin verdict.
They come in all shapes and sizes, with everything from A to zinc. But do vitamins really work?
Yes. Yeah. We do take. I don't think so, no.
No dairy, no gluten, so I have to substitute, and it makes a difference.
The verdict is in.
If you eat fruits and vegetables every day, you get more than enough vitamins needed for your body.
Research involving 450,000 people found that multivitamins did not reduce the risk for heart disease or cancer. Another study tracked men for 12 years and found that multivitamins did not reduce the risk for mental decline, and researchers found too much vitamin E and beta-carotene may not help but hurt your heart health. And what about gummy vitamins?
I take gummy vitamins.
Adults now comprise of up to 80% of the gummy vitamin market. ConsumerLab.com found 4 of 5 gummy products contain more than their listed amounts. This could lead to elevated risk of some cancers. Bottom line, researchers at Johns Hopkins believe eating a healthy diet and maintaining a healthy weight may be better than popping a few of them. RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Interesting. A pair of Rolling Stones fans paid hundreds of dollars for concert tickets just to get near Mick Jagger. Turns out, though, the best seats were at a local bar, and there's proof of that. We're going to take a look at that Rock to Stones fan still ahead.
And Neiman Marcus says its network was compromised. What information was leaked? After the break.
Hello everyone, this is your daily tech and business briefing from Cheddar News.
Luxury retailer Neiman Marcus informing 4.6 million of their customers their info may have been hacked. A data breach in May of 2020 exposed sensitive data, and that includes names and credit card information. About 3.1 million payment and online gift cards also affected, more of 85% of which were expired or invalid. The identity of the hackers unknown at this time. Meanwhile, your next cab ride in California might be autonomous. That's as Google's Waymo self-driving car unit and GM-backed Cruise have secured approval for their autonomous vehicles by the California DMV. The new permit allows the companies to charge a fee and get paid for their driverless services there. Now, previously, both companies were only operating tests in the state. And Walt Disney World announcing the debut date of their highly anticipated Star Wars hotel. Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser opens to the public on March 1st of 2022. Disney making the announcement as Walt Disney World celebrates their 50th anniversary today. The Star Wars-themed hotel will give guests an immersive experience of Star Wars. And that's Cheddar News, business and tech update. I'm Baker Pachado, coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
For the first time in over a decade, the Lone Star State is getting a new state park.
Right now, the Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation is trying to raise $9 million to make it happen. Palo Pinto Mountains State Park sits on nearly 5,000 acres in a scenic area of North Texas, about 75 miles west of Fort Worth. The park has several 1,400-foot peaks, a 90-acre lake, creeks, and lots of live oak, mesquite, cedar elms, and native pecan trees.
Park officials are planning to put in multi-use trails for hikers, mountain bikers, and horseback riders throughout the park, as well as campsites, RV sites, walk-in tent sites, picnic areas, and playgrounds. The park is expected to open in 2023. Read what the Palo Pinto Mountains State Park Superintendent had to say about the new park. You can find it on KSAT.com.
And that park will surely have some pops of fall colors. However, if you want to enjoy fall activities now, there's plenty closer here to home.
From wizard trivia to a Halloween-themed festival, there's something for everyone. And there's also some free events happening around town, like the Monarch Butterfly and Pollinator Festival. That's happening later on this month. Take a look at the list of what else you can do this month on KSAT.com.
Monarch Butterfly Pollination.
It's that time of the year for the monarchs.
Yeah, the migration.
Yeah,
right?
great.
Yeah.
We just got rid of the cicadas, didn't we?
Oh, well, the monarchs, they're beautiful. They're beautiful, they really are. Hey, a beautiful sight out there right now. Blue skies after the storms moved through earlier this morning. 80 degrees so far today, 68 the low this morning. The records are 97 and 47, set back way back in 1893 and 1974. Some pretty nice weather ahead. We've got to get through a few more rain chances, though. We'll take a look at the 7-day forecast coming up.
This morning was like a good sleeping morning because there wasn't a lot of thunder and lightning coming right through your windows. But this afternoon, I don't know.
I don't know. Justin was up overnight in Storm Chaser, so he's going to have a good afternoon sleeping.
Let's say it sounded nice to be sleeping, but yes, it was nice this morning to see more healthy rain. It didn't come with a lot of severe weather. It wasn't too terribly loud. It really was just some good rain, just what the doctor ordered around here, considering September was a pretty dry month for us until we got to September 28th and 29th. Remember Tuesday, that's when we did get some rain, and of course, this being the first day of October, we picked up a little bit more. So officially for the month of September, we did finish at 2.59, which is a little bit below average, but a lot better than what it was looking like before we got that rain earlier this week. So for the year, we're at 26.09. Outside, 80 is really turning into a nice day in the wake of those storms this morning. 80 degrees right now. Dew point is at 66, and we have an east-southeasterly breeze at 16. So it is a little breezy out there. Looking at the satellite picture, we have some clouds coming through, moving west to east, and we'll see some off and on clouds today. 80 degrees again at the airport, 79 Bernie Stage, 84 New Braunfels with mostly sunny skies there. Same story in Seguin. And looking back out to the west, notice we're starting to see some of these clouds develop here around Rock Springs. That's an area where I think we could get some new development here within maybe the next 2 or 3 hours with some instability starting to build again. after the rains last night. Of course, the storms moved through much earlier in the hill country. It was basically last night and overnight, so there's been some time for the atmosphere to recover some. Dew points are in the 60s and 70s. Still a lot of moisture out there. It's still pretty sticky, but as we've been saying, those dew points are going to drop off, and we'll get some really dry air, especially by Tuesday. It's going to feel a lot better outside. Low humidity. We'll go back to the nice mornings and nice evenings. It'll feel a little more like fall. Here's the big picture, and we still have our little spin in the atmosphere right there around Albuquerque. That's the low. Had some disturbances roll through. We're kind of in between that right now, but some more energy will likely push through South Texas, and that may help to kick up some more showers and storms. The last round of rain is moving in around the valley, Brownsville, Corpus Christi, up towards Houston, where there still is some heavy rain at this hour. Satellite picture, another look at some of those clouds starting to develop, and those are the kind of areas that you have to watch for those pop-up showers and storms. And if we do see anything today, it's going to be pop-up activity. It's not going to be the big shield of rain like what we saw last night. So if you have plans this evening, keep them. Just have the KSAT weather app with you, have the radar, take a glance at it when you head outdoors. This is 5 o'clock. There's your isolated to scattered activity. And then as we get into tomorrow, this model continues to kind of back off of rain. So just isolated stuff kind of like today. Right now, we've lowered rain chances to about 30% for your Saturday. And then after that, it looks like we'll have smooth sailing. 40% chance 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Temperatures around 85 degrees, and then we'll drop rain chances off to about 20% overnight. 30% chance tomorrow, as I mentioned, 85, and then 88 Sunday, 89 Monday. Less humid, and those morning lows 62 Wednesday morning. That sounds nice. That is a little more fall-like, guys.
Thank you so much, Justin. We have some disturbing late-breaking news coming out of Houston right now.
A suspect in custody after an active shooting was reported at a school in southwest Harris County.
You're looking at a live shot at the scene at the school. Police are saying that officers are searching the school for any possible suspects here.
Residents being asked to steer clear of that area. Of course, we will keep you up to date on our website, KSAT.com. And of course, a complete wrap up of this story coming up this afternoon on KSAT 12 News at 5. You
can see a lot of very upset kids there and parents as well. I'm hoping we'll have a peaceful resolution to this situation. And we'll have an update coming up at 2:23 this afternoon. We'll have a live cut in, and hopefully we'll have more information then.